welcome to the Indie Spotlight. I'm the Fragrance Apprentice. Wow. You see, this fragrance right here it's something where, because I love Strangers Parfums at the moment, they are one of my favourite brands right now. If you couldn't guess already by the way that I went on about Salted Green Mango. I adore Salted Green Mango, I think that's just, wow. Just the originality and just everything great about fragrance is within that bottle to me. And then you've got SM Cafe, which is a bit of a spoiler for future reviews, but SM Cafe is just like, whoa. Okay, Prin, chill out, dude. That's freaking great. But like I said, I also liked this one. When I met Prin, I liked this one. And what's amazing is I said I would love to review Salted Green Mango and I would love to review SM Cafe. So he sent me those two, and he's also sent me this. And I was stunned because he remembered that I said that I liked this one when we met at Essence, but I'd forgotten that I said that I liked this one, but he did. And so he sent me this also. So I was like, okay, wow. You know, he runs like 3 businesses. I run one. I can hardly remember people's names. He runs 3 businesses. He can remember what I said to him in April. I can't remember what I did. I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. So I was really grateful, and I thought that's really cool. Now, although I do really like this one, I don't like it enough to kind of like go whole hog with it. I think that what it is it's a great artistic indie fragrance, and that's why I'm doing a video about it right now. And I love it for what it is, but could I see myself wearing it on a consistent basis like Salted Green Mango and SM Cafe, especially now that we're getting colder, a lot colder? SM Cafe, I'm going to be wearing that a ton. I know that people won't even like me wearing it, but I'm going to wear the hell out of it because I think it's absolutely amazing. But this one is something that I'm like, you know what, that's great, and I really appreciate that, but I don't know if I could wear it properly, so I wanted to do an indie spotlight on it. And this is just the perfect weather. It's gone really weirdly cold now in Scotland. We're in England. Which country am I in? In the UK, it's suddenly just dipped, and we're now hanging around about 13, 14, 15 degrees centigrade, and this is perfect for that. And it is just so great, but it is like just wearing something that purely for its artistic value. I don't think I'd feel totally comfortable wearing this out. It doesn't really suit me in that way, and it doesn't really suit my vibe. But when I first sprayed this, when I first sprayed it in Essence, I did really like it. When I first started wearing it here, I grew up in Scotland, and there was a health food shop, because I grew up in the middle of nowhere in Scotland, and then we went to this little village, which is not even a big village at all, not even a big town at all, but going there was like a big deal because we lived in nowhere. And we might as well have been going to New York City, and there was this health food shop, and you'd walk in and you'd just be hit. Like, you'd just be blasted by all of these different kind of, you know, vegan and alternative kind of smells, and you know, all the high soy protein bars and all the veggie mixes and all of that kind of stuff, which is a combination of spices and herbs. And I think that probably most health food shops do kind of smell like that, but this was a very, very big hit. And when I first sprayed this on, I was like, what? I'm in the health food shop. You know, I'm in that health food shop. And it also reminds me of like, oh God, it reminds me of a certain sweet. I think it probably reminds me of one of the bars that I got at the health food shop as well. And so that's the opening. And so I'm like, okay, that's a bit wild. I don't know how to take that. But then as it dries down, it does become a lot more rum-like, and you get that leafiness of the tobacco, and it's just very, it's like rum with a little tiny bit of coffee as well, but it does have quite a lot of medicinal qualities, and that's hit or miss to me. But it is very warming. It has a little bit of fruitiness, and it's just a wild trip. But there's not enough that it just swings a little bit too medicinal for me, and that's a great adventure, and it's a great thing to smell. And I think that Prin really does know what he's doing. The dude's, I think, really talented, a really talented guy, and very lovely guy as well. So it's obvious that he has a very clear vision of what he wants, and you can just tell. But I just smell that, and I'm like, what? That's quite wild. You know what? I would love this as like an incense. That's what I'd love this as. I would adore this as like an incense stick. I'd probably, I'd have the incense stick in like my living room or something, or even maybe even my bathroom, because it has that kind of fruity medicinal quality. I think that there are people who are going to smell this and would get something out of it more than I do. But I really love it. But as an observer of something that's been created to remind me of really unique and interesting parts of my life, and of, you know, certain places like the health food shop and certain coffee shops that have like a lot of vegan food and all those kinds of things. But like I said, I just don't think I could wear it. But Prin is quite one hell of a creative. I'd love to interview him. I'd love to ask him what makes you think of these things, and pretty much every fragrance that I've smelt from him, I've gone, there is a story here. There's something going on. There's a vision. There's a script to this story. This guy ain't winging it, and this guy has something to say, rather than this guy is trying to just make stuff to get compliments and all that kind of stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So I would just check out Strangers Parfums in general. They are, if you're somebody who's just been into designers and you want something a little bit more advanced, or you're trying to up your fragrance game and get some more intermediate, more colourful and intriguing ideas, and ideas that are more story-based in the way that they're telling themselves, then yeah, go and get yourself a sample pack from Strangers Parfums. I can assure you, you won't be disappointed. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the show. If you have, then of course leave a comment down below, leave a like, and I'll be back next week. So subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we've got yet another indie spotlight next week. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm the Fragrance Press. Goodbye.